What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to give y'all my top 3 stocks that you really need to, start buckling down on. The market is disrespecting these 3. I have some high conviction in these stocks, so, this isn't financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing and what could possibly, be a huge gains maker in the next 1 to 3 years, maybe. Because, recently we've seen this whole hype with the semis, with NVIDIA and stuff like that. And some sectors of the market have just been getting absolutely destroyed. And I do want to apologize for my setup today. I'm at work, but I wanted to get this video out because it's such a huge opportunity. If, like I said, you can just ignore what's going on and not getting FOMO while everything else is up, hundreds of %, right? And that's one hard thing to battle, is the FOMO side of things, because it's a test, man. Can you, do you really want to buy into something that's ran, 10x in the last, year to date? Yes, there's still huge growth that these companies can have, but if you do buy into them, you got to be okay if they're going to drop, however hard they're going to drop, right? Because the markets run in cycles, right? What's good today might not be good tomorrow or next year. So anyway, I want to give y'all my top 3. Because again, man, in my opinion, the fundamentals of these 3 companies I'm going to tell you today have not changed, right? They're still amazing companies. They're growing substantially still. And one of these companies is even, over $1 trillion, and they're still growing at a massive clip. And, people are just, the market don't like it right now, right? The market does not like it. And, when the market don't like something, but the fundamentals are still good, that is a huge opportunity if you can stomach, the potential downside where everything else is ripping. And you will hear on the internet people say, oh, well, it's dead money, it's dead money. A lot of things were dead money. Like, look at AMD. AMD was dead money for years, and now look at it, right? So you have to be able to ignore what everybody else is saying to be a good investor and to be able to buy when others are fearful, right? So anyway, let's jump into it. Number 1, and this is widely known across YouTube. Everybody's kind of into this stock, but it's really been getting beat up here lately. And number 1 is SoFi. Year to date, SoFi is down 41%. And I'll throw the chart up here on the screen so you can see it. 41%. Just last year, this thing was at $32, right? And now it's sitting at 15.5. That is an easy 2x. Easy. And in my opinion, SoFi can go well above $32, right? In the long term, maybe 3 to 5 years. I could see SoFi upwards of 60, 70, $75 long term. The growth they're still putting up is massive, right? Nothing has changed fundamentally with the business whatsoever. People are just very upset with it because of the whole tech platform thing. But if you look at the financials and look at the growth, which I'll pop that up right now, it's steady up and to the right. Nothing has changed. And also, Anthony Noto, just a couple of weeks ago, has still been purchasing stock, right? He has millions and millions of dollars of SoFi, but you still see him purchasing stock. You can interpret that however you want. In my opinion, it's bullish. In my opinion, this company long-term has a huge opportunity to keep growing. They're already at like 14 million members. And if the act passes in Congress, I can't think of it right now, the Clarity Act, their side with stablecoins is going to be massive, and people aren't even pricing that in. What they're going to be able to do with stablecoins and in the crypto space is going to be massive. So that's my number 1, and that's really what I'm DCAing into heavily right now outside of the S&P 500 is SoFi. But number 2 is going to be Robinhood Markets. Year to date, Hood is down 33%, and I'll pop that up on the screen as well so y'all can see it. And again, like I said with SoFi, fundamentally nothing has changed with Robinhood. And they're so innovative. And really my bet on Robinhood isn't for like the platform or anything. It's on Vlad. I love how he thinks. I love how forward-looking he is. I love his entrepreneurial spirit and how he's willing to push boundaries. yes, sometimes the boundaries they push, it fails, right? It fails. Like kind of with the tokenized stock thing, it kind of was hot for a second, but then it kind of got pushed to the back burner. Some ideas aren't just ready for the markets yet. But Robinhood, again, if you look at their growth and look at their financials, yes, they did miss a little bit on the last quarter, but that's just because of the overall take rates and the promotions they were running, and the crypto volume was really, really down. But I'll post that on the screen too, so you can kind of see their growth. Robinhood is still growing at a great rate. And this stock was just at like $150, and it's at 70, I think it's 75, 76 right now. Massive opportunities, because nothing has changed with the fundamentals of these companies. And just last year, they were well over $150. So again, if you can stomach, what the market is not enjoying right now, even in the software side of things, I got some stocks that I'm going to post a video about later, about some of the software names, which are just absolutely disgusting how they've been treated. But anyway, Hood, in my opinion, is definitely a buy. I'm definitely stacking shares of Hood, because in the long term, man, the way Vlad is, the way he likes to grow, the way they're doing everything is just incredible. Even their RVI fund with their private markets has absolutely exploded. Absolutely exploded. And the expense ratio for it is cheaper than 90% of the other funds that you can invest in. So I love what they're doing. Robinhood is definitely a buy and hold in my opinion. Again, you got to be able to stomach the downturns and what the market's not liking right now. Because if you can buy when the market hates something and the fundamentals ain't changed and it's just getting beat up, you will get rewarded in the long term, 100% of the time. Unless you're picking bad companies with declining financials, declining fundamentals, then you might get burned. But if you're buying quality companies, long term, man, you're going to win. You're going to win. You just got to be able to not hit that sell button when times get hard. Number 3, and this is last on my list, is going to be Meta. Meta is an absolute dark horse right now. It's like a $1.5 trillion company. They're growing out of this world for that big of a company. They're a cash flow monster, and they're down almost 10% year to date. And for a big company like that, 10% is quite a bit. I think it's sitting at about $611 right now. The growth of Meta is just absolutely incredible. People are just kind of upset with it because of the CapEx and with Mark Zuckerberg. But man, Meta's really got a strong future in AI and, in the AI space. They could be one of the leaders in the AI space. People are just not showing it any love right now because they want to pay attention to the new shiny semiconductor stocks and stuff like that. But Meta is absolutely a good long-term buy and hold, because like I said, the cash flows for this company are just incredible. And I'll post that up here so you can kind of see their growth as well. But anyway, guys, that wraps out my top 3 stocks to buy right now. Again, if y'all have any recommendations of some stocks you want me to look into, please drop them down in the comments. I'll be glad to do that. There's just a lot of opportunity out here, guys. There is so much opportunity out here in the markets right now. It's kind of crazy. And I do want to add, could there be a massive pullback in the S&P because we are up massively? 1,000% there could. 1,000% there could be a 10, 15%, 20% pullback in the S&P, and these individual names are going to drop even harder. So you definitely got to be careful. You definitely got to hedge your bets the right way. But these opportunities out here are juicy, man. In software, the 3 names that I just named today are absolutely incredible. So just keep our nose down, keep DCA, and keep your plan in check. Don't waver from that plan just because you got the FOMO, right? Everybody's guilty of it. I've been guilty of it in the past too. FOMO is a real bitch sometimes. But if you can stick to your plan, buy quality companies, DCA into quality companies, you will succeed long term. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave me some recommendations down below. I will be posting a new series about a road to 10K. I opened a little Roth IRA on Robinhood. I put $1,000 in it, and we're going to start building that thing to 10K, see how long we can, you know, see what stocks we can pick. I want y'all's help to pick some good stocks, and we'll grow that thing. So till next time, guys, be safe, be smart, and we'll see y'all in the next one.